Hello everybody and welcome to Zelda Speedruns, broadcasting the Zelda 1 Triple Threat Any Percent Relay Race. Got a hype one for you today, lots of fun. Commentating for us we have Jess, John Tabin, and Desi. Say hello everybody.
Hi, I'm John Tabin.
Hello, it's Jess.
And I'm Jesse.
We'll be underway in a minute here, I guess. So we have a 3x4 relay race. This is going to be a really fun event. We have the strongest runners going last, so stick around. The quality of gameplay will go higher and higher.
This should be really
And that's not
exciting.
to say that our first runners don't have quality. It's just,
No.
I'm just making sure everybody in the chat knows.
But we are starting with the 35, 33, 32 runners and then finishing with the 28, 27 runners. So you can see the levels to this game. And we have a last minute substitution. Unfortunately, Slacker's internet went down. So 4i Steven has joined us at the last minute for the race. So thank him for doing that.
Thank you so much, Stephen, for joining us.
Yes, thanks, Stephen. For those that were around, we did a relay race in January on Zelda Speedruns channel. We had a 4x4 race, or I guess technically 2x4. And that episode, Quiff the fish actually took out Shaddy's internet, we joked. But today with Slack's internet out, it's sabotaging his own team. So yeah, maybe we could, before we start... Oh, and we're starting. Never mind.
Okay, let's go. And good luck to all the runners.
Yeah, so the basic gist of this relay race is just beat Ganon. You can run any route you want. Some players might run 2 first, some players might run 3, some might grab a ring, a potion. All that matters is get to Ganon, kill him to allow your teammate that's next to start their run.
And we got, looks like Quiff and Chosen and probably Andy are, yeah, based on this, they're all going, the first 3 runners are all going 2 first. This route, it's about 65 seconds slower than the world record route, but it's a lot more consistent because you get the white sword and a little bit easier bomb routing. So step 1 is to get to level 1 and or level 2 and level 2 in Zelda 1 speedrunning is the bomb refill station on any route at any level. You're trying to get bombs there. Now Chosen is doing something interesting. He is trying to farm a bomb on the overworld and oh no, sorry, no, it's Andy that's doing that. Sorry, I misread the. But yeah, what Andy was doing there is he was trying to farm a bomb on the overworld, and if he had gotten one, what he would have done is he would have gone 1 screen south and gotten the heart container from the beach there. And what that route does is it would give him a chance to route in a potion earlier and still get magical sword, which requires 12 hearts on schedule. Since he didn't get that, I think he mentioned that what he'll do is if he didn't get that bomb, he'll just loop back to that cave later. UCL Jedi Knight literally just started. We're on the first runners are doing 2 first, so.
Yep, it'll be interesting because so far both Quiff and Chosen did not get the early bomb off the Grias, so Andy's the last one. Will we get it?
Yeah. What Andy was doing there's a he was trying to find the master Guria in that room, who, once you kill him, all the other Gurias die. There are just a few rooms in the game that work like that, and he lost track. He always spawns in the same place, but they moved around. He lost track of him and ended up killing him last, unfortunately.
We got Quiff and Chosen around the same time clearing Dungeon 2.
Maybe while we're heading to 1, maybe we can introduce our overall teams. We'd all take 1 if that works out. I'll take team 1 number first off. Team 1, we have the Lone Rangers. That includes Quiff the Fish, Four Eye Steven, Why Must You Hate Me, and Antlers 44. And their combined team PB is 2 hours, 3 minutes, and 2 seconds.
And then for Team 2, we've got Coffee Bomb with Chosen, Riggs, Druis, and Bogey. And their combined team PB is 2 hours, 5 minutes, and 58 seconds.
And Team 3, Andy's team, also has Rando the Commando, Shaddy, and Green Mario. Their combined PB is 2:02:09, a little bit ahead of everyone because Green Mario is a 27 runner, one of only 3, so this throws off the average a little bit. And yes, question in chat. This is no up A, so so it would be illegal for Chosen to death warp with the white sword here. Though it would be fast. That would be faster, and there are any percent routes that work like that, except you press up A on second controller instead of death warping. Usually,
that's just the category.
Yeah.
And overall, for choosing these teams, a few weeks ago, what we did was we split the 12 runners into 2 groups. We had the 6 top times and the 6 lower times, and spun the wheel, and the wheel chose 2 people from each side to join a team. We did do 1 trade just to get things a bit more even, but we have less than 3 minutes between these 3 teams, so it should be a good race.
Mm-hmm. And anything can happen in a race, so this should be really exciting.
And you'll see what these guys are doing as they go into level 1. They'll exit and re-enter. That triggers a glitch that sort of confuses the game about which direction you came in and unlocks that top door. You can actually skip that little we call it the pirouette because it's like, dancing in a circle in the doorway. You can actually skip that on 2 first routes, but the key that would be faster is a little bit higher, a little more execution heavy, so I doubt anyone will do that in a race. Steven asked me which one of my PBs are adding in there. We'll get to that when you during your run. I'll explain. Don't worry.
And so far, we're 2 for 2 on block clipping into the bow room. Great job, guys. I think one of the things that'll be very interesting to see is on our side, we can actually see the runners' splits. So we'll be able to see based on their PBs how they're doing. So it's gonna be fun. Will we see any PBs tonight?
Yeah, I mean, well, Andy's not running his timer, but look,
True.
Peek behind the curtain. But yeah, it's pretty unlikely to PB in a race. Generally, in Zelda 1, if you're within a minute of your PB, it's a really, really good race time.
Yeah.
I will say though, Chosen just golded level 1. So that's pretty awesome.
That's true. That is true. And earlier today, Green Mario was just practicing and he was a few, like, I want to say 2 seconds away from a PB. And
well, no,
like,
he was running. He was running against his no reset splits.
Oh, okay, that's what it was. But it was still like
his,
a crazy.
His no
good
reset.
time.
His no reset splits are a 28, which is absurd.
Yeah.
Yeah, because what is the overall world record for this category currently? It's 27 something, right?
2750. I don't know off the top of my head. Black Attack got a 27, and then Green Mario got a 27 shortly thereafter, and then Shixel got one right after that. Yeah, I think Shix time is a 54, and then GM had a 50, whatever, 55 or something. But they all got them like all together, and then no one's gotten one since. So Green Mario has made some noises about maybe lowering that time soon, but.
So now Quiff and Chosen are in the dungeon that some of the later runners will be going to first. Dungeon 3. With a bit more equipment than the later runners will be going in with.
Yeah, these so these red dark nuts take 4 HP, which is 2 white sword swings or 1 bomb explosion, or 4 wood sword swings. So going in with a wood sword takes a little more work.
Yeah, a lot of the 2 first versus 3 first is how comfortable are you with that combat in the early dungeons.
And you can see these guys, at least Quiff and Chosen, doing a great job with bomb strats, and that really shows that they're at an intermediate level, because beginning runners will just sword those dark nuts down, but as you get into the 35 level, you start to learn to go a lot faster with bombs, and as you see the more advanced runners later on, you'll see how far that goes.
Exactly, because it's not about just bombing them, but you have to bomb them, place the bomb correctly.
Yes, if you play this game casually, you can get confused by how the bombs work, because the bomb remembers the direction you placed it, just like a sword. So if you put a bomb so it hits his shield, that would be so if it hits the dark nut's shield, then it just bounces off, the same as a sword swing was. So you have to hit it at their side or behind to hit them. And Quiff and Chosen both make it out of Manhandla, which is non-trivial. By far the hardest part of the run to control, and we'll see how Andy does.
Yeah, especially with how trolly he can be. We saw that on Chosen's side, refusing to come anywhere near the bombs.
Mm-hmm.
Andy killing off those 3 dark nuts to pick up an extra bomb. That's a nice insurance policy going into Manhandla in a race scenario.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, careful, Andy, careful. Oh no, we have a death by Andy. That's so sad.
Yeah, I mean, you could call it commentator's curse, but really just playing the odds. Manhandla is gonna gonna screw someone over. So, there is another static pack of bombs he could go up and grab if he wants to, or he could just take his chances with 2 bombs on Manhandle. We'll see how he handles this. And this is what's pretty intense about racing this game. It really, if something goes a little bit wrong, it can test your knowledge of where the backups are and what are you going to do if it's something that you would just reset in a PB attempt. And in this case, it looks like Andy was trying to farm off those dark nuts, but he got unlucky. But Handler cooperates this time, and he gets out.
And got the bomb pack, which is nice.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we have our first ladder grab on Quiff's side for Team Lone Rangers.
And then Chosen right behind him. And both of their bomb counts are pretty nice.
It's interesting, Chosen seemed to have gotten really lucky with rupees because he has a lot more rupees than Quiff does.
Yeah.
Yeah, most likely they're all doing a red candle route, which means they want to be over 40 plus however many arrows they want by the time they get to the 100 secret. So because it's 140 to buy the meat and arrows that are required, and it looks like they're all on schedule with Chosen a few extra arrows if he wants them, but that matters less with White Sword because arrows and White Sword do the same HP.
And Quiff got the lucky double bomb drop in this room before Gleeok, which is awesome.
Ooh. Oh, Quiff takes a death to Gleeok. He's not
Oof.
happy.
Yeah.
So each of these, each of the fireballs and the red heads can all do a heart of damage. So, it can be pretty hairy.
Yes, this gives Team Rockstars a chance to catch up to Team Lone Rangers.
Quiff opting to go right back in and try another round with Gleeok too. I mean, you could just continue and with the ladder and come back and do it before 7. Although on this route with the White Sword, it's not that bad. But he can take fewer hits this time. So let's wish him the best. Gave Andy a little bit of time to catch up. They're now both in the ladder clip together.
Yeah, and it's definitely
Rerouting.
hard, like you were... Sorry, go ahead, Desi.
Oh yeah, no, just rerouting on the fly probably is pretty nerve-wracking, especially in a tournament, or relay, so.
Now, Chosen went east. Is he doing... Oh, he went east to get his potion, okay.
Yeah.
We'll see. You can. The reason I comment on going east is that you can also world wrap and skip that cave where he got the potion. But so we'll see what the other guys do. Quiff got through Gleeok this time. Let's see how Andy does.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's definitely hard because you're trying for PBs, like Tatum was saying, you'd reset that when you died to Gleeok, and our runners can't reset. They gotta keep going.
Uh-huh.
So Quiff and Andy both heading west. You'll see them do the world wrap in a minute. This is one of the more broken places the run gets. What they're doing at those screen scrolls, they're getting on a specific pixel, hitting up or down for one frame, and then clipping through the barrier so they can get to the next screen. And it turns out that the map wraps around, so you can jump over to from the west coast to the east coast on this screen.
Pretty great trick, and if you're not used to watching Z1, you'll think, what the heck just happened?
Yeah. It can also be scary because you can go to the right there and then soft lock.
Well, Yeah, if you go to the right, it's the Lost Woods, which means you have to either solve the puzzle, which is four extra screens, or walk around, which is three or four extra screens. So it's a pretty significant time loss.
Alright, so Chosen grabbed his 100 secret, so now we have plenty of money for arrows once we get there. And on Chosen's side, I bet Bogey's in chat going to be saying, don't chase the spiders.
So heading into level 5, this is where they get their recorder. The blue dark nuts that guard the recorder are one of the key rooms in the run. It's by far the highest variance. A really good room can just be a few seconds, or it can take as long as it takes. With White Sword, you have an insurance policy because instead of taking 8 hits, they take 4. So if your bomb placement isn't ideal, you can. Did I say that right? I think I said the HP right. Oh, and look at those blue dark nuts in chat.
Oh yeah, those are great. Love it.
Gotta love a shaky blue dark nut.
The room of requirement.
Yeah. Laz used to call it the room of requirement. Also the Olive Garden, which I kind of someone in Arcus's chat started calling it the breadstick, and I was riffing on that and said, so does that make the recorder room the Olive Garden? And it's really stuck. People still call it that, like years later.
I always heard people calling it the Olive Garden, and now I get it. Yeah. That's funny.
We do have our first recorder grab on Chosen's side. Everybody, if you know me, get your cat jams in chat.
Oh, Chosen pushed the block in the wrong direction. You can block clip and get around that, but the intended way, if you do that, is to just do what he did and leave the room and do it again. All 3 runners make a pretty quick work of that with a mix of bomb and sword strats.
Yeah, even with the couple of deaths we've had, we're still really close, which is awesome to see.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And in up A categories, when they would continue and at the recorder and start from the beginning, but have to walk all the way back. And here. Now, on all these routes, they're going from 5 to 7, which 5 takes a lot of bombs, as you saw in the Darkness, and 7 also takes a lot of bombs because it has a lot of walls. So they're making sure to leave with bombs, and you can see them leaving Gibdo bombs behind and smoking Dodongos and doing everything they can to. Now, what I'm interested in is whether they're going to use bombs on Dig Dogger. With White Sword, you can just stab him 4 times, and it's not that bad. But if you haven't practiced the strat, you may want to mix in a bomb. So we'll see what they go for.
Yeah, that's probably the scariest part of 7 is being short on bombs.
Yeah, so like that's the trade-off. Like you could. Oh, okay, Chosen's going for it, so you can see what I'm saying. Yeah. So since he gets to leave with 8 bombs, he's guaranteed to get through 7 and have a bomb for 6. So it's a really nice place to save. Quiff doing the same. You can see how much better people have gotten at this game over the years. It used to be you'd almost never see 2 first runners going for the bombless Dig Dogger. Mm-hmm. And probably some credit for that goes to Yunos, who is the only person to ever sub 30 this route. And so obviously everyone watches that run and tries to do what he does.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so right now Quiff ended 11 seconds behind Chosen, and the ended, let's see, 30 seconds, I believe, behind Chosen, so still relatively close.
And anything can happen over these next three runners that will be coming up after them all, but yeah, and even within this one. So I'm excited to see where this goes. I know exactly why, but I don't know who to watch exactly.
My head just keeps moving back and forth between all three screens.
Yeah.
Slight divergence in whistle route. Andy and Chosen did what Andy's doing right now is called the tricorder, and Quiff didn't, so he'll have 2 whistles later on when they have 1. So it's not a huge deal as long as you remember. I actually, way back in the day, before that tech was introduced by, it was actually Reeves, came up with the basic idea of buffering away the wait time for the Armos and the time it takes for the NPC in the cave to spawn by just blowing the whistle and incrementing the whistle counter for the for routing later on. Before that, the strat, which is in the TAS, well, the TAS does it with a bomb, which is ridiculous, but we used to sword down a lever so so there would be 1 fewer enemy on the screen and the NPC would spawn faster. Remember those days?
Man, Chosen is getting the trolliest dig dogger in this room. And with that, we have almost simultaneous meets from Quiff and Chosen.
See people drop the meat in the grid room. The bait, in addition to solving the Hungry Gorilla puzzle, it also works as bait on some enemies. And so some people like to lay it down in the grid room so that the gorillas get interested in the meat and don't 180 on you and toss a boomerang in your butt. With Green Tunic, all of these boomerangs do a full heart of damage. So, Jam Evil used to say level 7s can be like getting pecked to death by a duck, but because you just take a little bit of damage, and you amazed how fast it can add up if things go wrong.
Gorillas are trolly. Out of the 3 difficult enemies in the game, the Wizrobes, Gorillas, and Darknuts, I think Gorillas are the most difficult to deal with.
Yeah, well, I think Wizrobes are the easiest to understand, but they're also the most dangerous if casually. Like Darknuts are trolly and complicated, and Gorillas are they are so unpredictable. Especially in randomizer, Gorillas can be really bad. It's in vanilla. We kind of can figure out where it's safe to stand and stop in 7. In a randomizer, where you have to figure it out on your way up as you go.
A lot of randomizer. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
And we do have a lead change. Unfortunately, when Chosen places bomb for the tri-headed dig dogger, one of the heads missed the bomb blast. He had to exit the room to despawn it, and with that, Quiff pulled a bit ahead into the reverse C room.
Yeah.
So, getting the red candle makes this reverse C a little nasty. You have to either hug the left wall or menu to a sub-weapon, which Andy's using arrows. Because the bubbles will take away your sword. On blue candle routes, the bubbles spawn in the middle, so sometimes you can get through the whole room without menuing, but no one runs those routes anymore. Sad.
With that, we're going to do some screen scrolls to get over into our magical sword, and then into level 6, where everybody's going to be just hoping and wishing for a bomb to appear.
Yeah, for Chosen.
Now, there have been a few deaths, but they've all there's nothing to they've all gone back and killed things. No one has to go back to finish a boss or anything like that. So while there have been deaths, they are in the lead is what you see. They're all on the same route.
Yeah. Oh, those were some aggressive Lionels. The firing squad over by Quiff.
Oh no, and this fairy evading Quiff's grasp.
Wow. That was like a Zelda 2 fairy.
25-minute magical sword grabs. We should all be on very comfortably sub 40 pace, depending on how well things go. Could see 36 or 37, 38 if they have a little bit of trouble.
Yep, and we have Quiff entered, and with Endy entering third, there was only 12 seconds in between that. So we did have some time makeup, which is great.
And Quiff getting bombs left and right when he already has them. Let's hope Chosen gets one.
In the next gen circle, we always just joke that Quiff just has all the bomb luck, no matter what.
Yeah, it's true. He really does. Oh, Chosen did get.
That bomb drop is huge because if he hadn't gotten that drop, he would have had to go one room north, kill a 3-headed Gleeok, and get another key somewhere, which adds a bunch of time.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, Chosen had to use one of his potions because he was down in health there.
Yeah, but I mean that's why you get a potion in a race. So.
I mean, we almost have a lead change where Endy and Quiff are like right on each other.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the Wizards were stacked up. I was confused because he got I looked like he got a clock and then a rupee instead of a fairy, but I just missed a kill. Sorry, that's probably incoherent to most of the audience, but I'm not going to explain it.
And everybody, if you got them, get your shaky gomas in chat for our friend level 6 Goma. Yeah, and with Endy having no refill, technically we have another lead change.
Mm-hmm.
Team 3 Rockstars pulls into the lead.
And it's pretty neck and neck still. Even with the deaths.
Definitely what you like to see. It's fun seeing everybody so close to each other. You just don't know who's going to win and what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Nobody messed up their whistle routes. They're all successfully on the way to 8. So level 8 is full of blue dark nuts and fireball turrets. Quiff.
Level 8 is the worst.
Yeah. So you see Endy, as he entered the room, went right to attack that bottom right dark nut. That is the strat that is recommended in Redbird Grad's tutorial videos. Sometimes you'll see people go straight up. I think you'll probably see it when Green Mario and maybe Antlers are running, but it's a you have a little more time to anticipate what they're doing if you're on the full tiles. So people with very good reaction time can fight them on half tiles, but you'll see our runners often trying to stay on full tiles just so the dark nuts, because the dark nuts can only turn on full tiles, so it gives you a little more warning of what to do. And all these dark nut fights at once. No one having a disaster.
Mm-hmm. You see them hanging out in between the statues because if you're in between them, then they don't shoot at you.
Yeah, exactly.
As long as you're not too far north or south of them.
Yeah, it's kind of weirdly askew. You can like hug the left one, but not the right one, and you kind of get a sense of it. But yeah, that's why.
Yeah,
that's why they stand like that. And this 4-headed Gleeok looks pretty scary, but with magical sword, it's not that bad. each it's 3 hits to take off the first head, and then 2 for each additional one. Andy going and grabbing that safety heart in the corner. I say safety heart because now that we have the magical sword, heart containers aren't required. It just might be nice to have an extra heart 9 for some runners. Quiff skips it. Let's see what Chosen does.
Once again, such close races. That said, if you are runner number 2 on your team, best be getting ready because in a couple minutes it'll be your turn.
And by a couple minutes, we mean 6 minutes or so.
Yeah, still.
You see Andy going south here. He's going to grab a potion before 9. Quiff doing the same. We'll see if Chosen refills. I think Chosen still has a blue potion. I know he used 1 in 6.
Yeah.
I don't know if he used a second one. But he might decide he might decide he wants a red even if I'm right that he has a blue. Or I might have missed a second usage.
No, you're right. He did have blue still.
Yeah. He'd have to get the money for another potion.
No, you get the free one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't blame our runners at all for doing this.
Yeah.
Almost never going to get the letter and doing the old one type quest doesn't really work in a speedrun unless you're really a beginner. But.
I'm thinking Randa. Gosh. No, most of the time when I watch the speedruns, they don't go for the backup potion, so makes sense.
All right, so Andy enters first at 32:03.
Good luck, Andy.
Gotta notice that Steven went live, so second runners are setting up.
Yeah. But it's at 32:13, so that's 10 seconds.
Good luck, Quiff.
They all arrived with 3 keys, so they don't need to bother with this double river room.
And good luck, Chosen.
Some routes will arrive at level 9 with 2 keys and then kill that room, as we'll see later. So, let's see what they do about... At some point, we're going to need a bomb drop, and there are a lot of ways you can manage that, particularly on race strats, so we'll see what they do. Andy skips Patra 1, which is faster, but it is declining a guaranteed bomb. If does the same, and
Andy gets the bomb drop off the whiz robe. Nice.
Yeah, the lucky bomb drop.
Yep. So Andy got lucky there. Let's see how our other runners handle this. See with whiz robes, you want to fight them on half tiles. They can't see you if you're not looking them in the eye. So if you know how to move around them. And if you don't know how to move around them, you will die very quickly because the red Rizzo beams do 4 hearts of damage, the blue Rizzo beams do 2 hearts of damage, and they each do, I forget the exact, they each do at least a heart if you touch them. You see, Quiff forced a bomb on that Zol. What he did was he set up a count so that the 10th enemy was killed with a bomb, and it looks like Chosen's going for the same strat. Meanwhile, Andy into reverse C gets a good pattern. Nicely done.
That was a great room. He had all the bombs for it too.
Yep.
Yeah, that was excellent.
With posting up before going into reverse C.
I'm somewhat finding it hard to talk because I just want to watch because these are so good.
I know.
Chosen getting in a little bit of trouble, but okay, that fairy. Andy killing off the Wizro room instead of doing the reverse clip. That's actually a really good play in a race. If you miss that reverse clip, don't try to, instead of, I mean, you have a couple chances to do it, but if you have to go around, it's often best to just kill at least some of them to get them out of your way. Quiff hits the first clip, first try. They say he's lucky, but you know what? He's also good.
That Patra.
Yep, and he had to pop a potion because that Patra was not playing around.
Yeah.
With that, Quiff took the lead back from Endy. But the first question is, how trolly will Ganon be for our runners? Chosen not taking any chances.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Just for the audience's information, our runners are fully allowed to watch the race if they want to. They can see what their opponents are doing. If they want to change their strategy, they're welcome to, because there's no information being lost by watching. So I think last race, one person watched and everybody else didn't, or it might be the opposite, that everybody watched except for one person.
Yeah, some people don't. Some people don't like it. I like having the race on in the background when I'm racing vanilla.
And Quiff is in there.
All right, 4 hits with a magical sword and 1 silver arrow. Full health. Ganon Hug does 4 hearts of damage, but he's got enough to take a few of those. The fireballs will do 1 heart. He doesn't get hit at all. Takes him out. Quiff's done. Chosen
Even with that,
3.
Matthew McConaughey, Ganon, like everybody says, the all right, Ganon.
Andy threw Cannon close behind him. Chosen gets a fairy off Patra 3, and I will note the Chosen only used 1 potion, so he probably could have made it with the blue, but still nice to play it safe. And made the race closer, so.
Yeah, throw your GGs in chat for Quiff and for Endy. Have both finished. Chosen's about to finish. And we're going to welcome in runner number 2. On team 1, we have 4-Eye Steven. On team 3, we have Randy the Commando. And on team 2, we have J-Riggs.
So 4-Eye Steven was a sub-30 runner in 2018. He got a 29.54. He's been derusting recently, he's gotten, I think, a 30.17 the other day. So, yeah, that's what's on his splits. He made new splits because when Steven was running the game, the route was a little different, and he had to learn a new run out recently. But so Steven heading to level 3, he'll be the first one. Rando and J-Riggs both doing 2 first. I'm not sure what their PB is, but it's pretty common if you're new to 3 first to still do 2 first in races. And if you're, because Andy asking if other people died, yes.
Yep, and as far as PBs,
Chosen did not.
Chosen didn't.
Sorry, Tabin. So, this is hard with three com. Sorry, guys.
Yeah. After you.
I know, Tabin, you already commented on Steven's PBs. So Rando's PB is 31.16, and J-Riggs just actually got a PB, I think, yesterday, the day before, and he is 31.33.
Yeah, and those are 3 first times, so they're definitely doing safer routes than their PB routes.
I definitely do want to give a special thanks to Steven, who saved our butts with an accidental internet outage for our original runner, Slackerer. So thanks so much, Steven, if you're ever going to watch this back, for coming on short notice.
Huge thank you, Steven.
Yep. And welcome into the chat room, our first runners. See a bunch of you in there. Great races, guys.
GG's. And such a close one, too. All of you. That was
Steven
awesome.
makes through manhandle. It looked like he was about to get wrecked, but he made it out. So nice, clean level 3 for Steven. And Rando's out of level 2, and J-Riggs not too far behind him. So since Steven's doing 3 first, he's going to go into 4 with 4 Hearts Wood Sword, which ups the difficulty significantly. And you'll notice him using bombs to increase his damage output, and he has to keep careful count to manage resources. Although the nice thing about the 257 routes is you get a bomb refill in 2 before 5, so it's tough to manage the bombs going from 5 to 7. But the early game resource management isn't bad at all.
Yep, and our third and fourth runners can correct me if I'm wrong in chat, but I think everybody past this is going to be running 3 first.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, people do what they want in races, but
most of them I see.
certainly their PBs are 3 first. But.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But okay,
Oh.
okay, Shouty will not be okay. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure, Drewis, if you're in chat, if you're running 2 first or 3 first.
We'll get some more diverse routing.
So you see Steven in the breakfast room now. Darkwing ducked up that because someone in his chat said the ladder room's so important it should have a name, and he was like, "That's dumb. I'm gonna give it a dumb name," and it stuck for the next 10 years or something. So yeah, so the likes look like pancakes. The Zols look like the Zols look like jellies. It's the breakfast room.
I never knew that background. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then riffing off that, dubbed the like and Zol rooms that also have Wizards in them in level 6 the magical breakfast rooms.
It's always fun to hear the history of all the Zelda 1 memes.
Yeah.
So as you see J-Riggs and Randa the Commando making their way through level 1, Steven is gonna do the Wood Sword Gliok. Ooh, taking that bot from the Fire there really hurts because he doesn't have a Beam Sword for this fight. It
Get up close and personal with the Gliok. Fingers crossed.
10 hits for the first, and then 6 hits for the second.
Oh,
Gets
that
it.
went really well.
Yeah, for no beams, no problem.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe with these different routes, we'll meet up at level 5. So we'll see kind of when we get to level 5 how close we are between our 3 first and our 2 first runners.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Steven's gonna head to level 1 next, so you'll see a sort of pseudo high five maybe. They're gonna be going in opposite directions.
Oh, there's that high five. Both Rando and Steven on the bridge at the same time, just going opposite directions. And because we can see a couple splits in this, the backside of this, Rando did gold his Aquamentus. So that's pretty awesome to see.
Oh yeah.
Chosen, if you're in chat, you had some golds and some great greens at your start of your run, so way to go for that.
Yeah, that was excellent, Chosen.
You see that room of Zols that Randa the Commando just killed, that is a key that's not on Steven's route, so that's the reason that you will see, you'll probably see the 2 first runners skip keys that the 3 first runners have to get, because you can route that key in with Wood Sword, but it takes a lot of skill, and not many people are going to go for that in a race, so Whereas with White Sword, it's a free key basically. I noticed Steven sorted down Aquamentus. He has 2 bombs, but that should be fine because he's going to level 2 next. His sub 30 was actually on a 527 blue candle double hundo route, so he would have been in trouble on that route, but he's fine here.
Yeah, per his splits, looks like he's running against his more recent 3017 rather than his 2954 from previous years.
And Handler cooperates for Rando the Commando.
So Steven gonna head to 2, while Rando heads to 4, and Riggs will be there shortly.
Picking up the money.
Yeah. Now J-Riggs must have gone into Manhandler with a low count because he didn't get a bomb, but it still died and he leaves with 4 bombs, so that's good enough. Steven into level 2 now. And this is something that's a little bit different on Steven's PB route than on this route, is that we used to have the blue candle for level 2, so there were a bunch of blue candle strats that people would do since you had to kind of burn a bush on the way there. And that's not part of the run yet anymore, so you had to relearn some of these rooms.
Nice Moldworm pattern on Steven's side, too.
Yeah.
Rando grabs his ladder. It's another gold. Always fun.
Troll Dongo with Steven.
So Steven leaving level 2, he's got 66 rupees, which is great. That'll leave him with a bunch of arrows after shopping.
And J-Riggs and Rando did the high five back there in the NSU room. Just going in opposite directions.
Who's in the lead? Steven's in the lead.
Yeah.
He has now completed 3, 4, 1, 2 in that level. The other runners have completed 2, 1, 3, and 4.
So these routes converge at 5. And
yeah, more or less. There's some overworld differences after 5, but
okay.
They're mostly converged at the magical sword. They're totally converged after they whistle away from level 6.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so chat says after 7, Steven does some overworld stuff, so probably see the other trainers catch up a little bit because of that.
Riggs chops down that Gliok, gets a fairy, doesn't even have to go out of his way for it. That saves 3 hearts of reach. Thirds was a few seconds there, just for getting that fairy. Cool. And Steven into the Olive Garden. He does not have a white sword, so you can see the... Ooh, he's not getting good patterns either.
Yeah, these darknets are being trolly as heck.
Oh, yes.
This is going badly.
Ooh.
Now, blue darknets are in the health group. Sometimes they make you think maybe they aren't, though. They do 2 heart. They also do 2 hearts of damage if he gets touched. So there's that.
Oh, at least Steven picked up that 1 heart, so he can take 1 bop without dying.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But he'd rather not, because the Gibdos also do 2 hearts of damage.
Uh-huh.
Whew! That's a relief. We got a quarter grab.
Well, it ain't over yet, because he does have to now do the back half with 3 hearts, but I think he'll be able to handle it.
Yeah, exiting this diamond staircase into that first blue darknet room, it can be scary.
Steven playing it safe.
An extra bomb drop off the Gibdo.
It looked like that Dig Dogger was gonna, not Dig. It looked like the Dodongo was gonna troll Steve, and it turned away, but then turned back into the bomb smoke. They're funny like that sometimes.
Yeah, the Troll Dongo is a huge meme in the next gen community. If you get a Troll Dongo, you will likely get a cheer of 2 bits.
That
Every
meme
time.
that meme long predates the 9th gen community.
I know.
Yeah.
We definitely take full advantage of it, though.
I think it was Dragon Dark who made the Troll Dongo Franker Phase Z emote way back in the day.
I haven't seen the emote of it.
Yeah, I haven't seen it in a long time either.
Man, I was calling
think
a
actually
random
one-
race.
At one
I was
point,
calling a random race last week, Taven, and I saw somebody with a Troll Dongo sprite.
yeah, I was
in
just
the,
about to say that. Yeah, I was just
Okay.
about to
Oh,
say that.
wow.
Yeah, I think Dragon Dark has that sprite set and plays with some him and Matrick, the Team Bearded Flex guys, along with Cantaloupe Me. And
It was
Jim.
amazing. I was laughing like fit to cry.
I have to see that.
All right,
So
we all have
Steven's-
recorders. And Steven's shopping on his way to 7. So because of the route, Steven's gonna get the last 2 hearts to get his magical sword after 7. So he's gonna have a little bit less margin for error in 7. But I think he'll handle it fine. It was surprisingly hard to get used to when the recorder was routed into this as having 2 fewer hearts in 7. Because those boomerangs can really come out of nowhere.
We have green dungeons all around, although 1 is 7 and 2 are 5.
Now, since Steven doesn't have a white sword, he's gonna pull out arrows for this river room. This can also be done with bombs, but it's very tough strat because you have to build a count and not get hit for that entire walk from shopping into the room.
Even laying the meat.
See, Steven paused buffering. Steven was actually, back in the day, a very good low percent runner, and so he could do this all on 3 hearts, and got very good at pausing to read the room, because...
Yeah, it always just... I don't know how they do that. I don't know how low percent runners can run this. It's just crazy to me.
It's so rewarding, though, because it feels impossible, and then it's like, you conquer it, and it's like making the impossible possible. I mean, I don't have a great time in low percent, but it's one of the more fun categories I've run. And what Steven said back in the day is I learned swordless because I needed to learn to count, and then I learned low percent because I needed to learn to not get hit. Now Steven's clearing this blue Gorilla room to guarantee a bomb drop that will... by clearing that room, he ensures he's not going to have to do 2 extra rooms in 7, so... Very good race strat. Steven forced a bomb off Dig Dogger. I know that wasn't intentional, because if he knew he had a count, he wouldn't have bothered with the Gorillas. He never got hit clearing the Gorilla room, so he happened to have a count when he got to the Dig Dogger. He's even doing the red candle strats, which he just learned, because, like I mentioned, he's somewhat new to this route, and he does it very well. That can be more efficient than using arrows if it's done right, but you have to stand on the right squares and take some practice. And for someone who just learned the strat, he did it very well.
Because one of the cool things about Z1 too is everybody's always finding like new and different strategies to do, and so seeing like some of the older time runners like pick those new things up is pretty awesome.
All right, so you'll see Steven's going to world wrap now, get the hearts off the coast, and then he's going to do the Rue Quarter. This was a trick discovered by Rue Slugs, I think it was at the beginning of 2018, but it took like until late 2018 before we figured out how to route it in efficiently. And the way this works is when you trigger the whistle, it takes you to the screen left of the level and blows you in, right? When you trigger the raft, it pushes you upward to the screen north. Well, if you trigger the raft and whistle at the same time, which you'll see Steven do shortly, it does those 2 things at the same time and will send you northwest of the level destination. So what he's going to do is he's going to whistle to level 7, but instead of landing at level 7, because he triggers the raft at the same time, he's going to land in the graveyard.
And what we'll kind of keep an eye out for is the mags grab time, because that will really be our first taste of how close together our runners are.
Oh, this guinea really trolling Steven. It matters which direction you enter the magical sword cave. If Steven had just like dodged that guinea and walked in from the right, all his spawns inside level 6 would be screwed up. So that's why he did that like long walk to wait for the guinea to get out of the way.
Alright, so Steven grabbed his at 21:56, so we'll see where Rando will be the next one to grab his magical sword.
the
I think
grandest.
that was
About
20. Yeah, a little under a minute. Sorry.
Yeah, yeah. And actually, the distance between them is about the same as the distance between the routes. So they're both having good runs.
That was the magical breakfast room back there that you were talking about, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
MBR1 and MBR2. Some people call the second one. I can't actually. The reason that Denver caught on is because I can't even remember if it was the second or first one that people sometimes used to call Magical Brunch, but they turned into
magical brunch. I like that.
But they turned into just Breakfast Room 1 and 2 because
Yeah.
usually if I'm having brunch, I skip breakfast. So
I was gonna say you don't
Yeah.
ever eat
It's
both of those.
Exactly. Yeah.
And Riggs grabs his magical sword, about 2:20 behind Steven. So a 2-minute, 20-second spread between all of our runners. So got another reverse high five too on the level 6 entry screen.
Yeah.
Oop. Steven got trolled by that Octorok. It is possible to avoid that damage he took, but you have to anticipate it, and like it's semi-rare, so he wasn't ready for it. Oh, he only has 4 bombs. He'd rather have more, so that's why he walked across that screen to kill an extra blue Gorilla.
Getting spicy. Is there when these rooms are getting really dangerous?
And it's funny, we get a little silent because we're just so invested in watching these.
I know. Yeah.
Yeah. Level 8 done well is really fun to watch, for sure.
Those beautiful Darknet rooms by Steven.
Uh-huh.
Steven kills off that staircase room to get a extra bomb, so smooth out RNG. Oh, did he force a 5? I didn't even notice that. Forcing a 5 means he killed 10 enemies in a row without getting hit, so...
Steven is out of there.
Alright, Steven's gonna head to 9, so that means Team 1. Why must get ready.
Good luck.
Steven not getting a potion.
Almost got nailed by that Lionel.
Mm-hmm. He was anticipating it and saw. He knew what to do. Ooh. Back rock.
And he wanted that bomb off the Lionels, but it did not come.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if he was farming an RNG bomb or he just needed the count to force in here. I'll be able to guess better when I see what he does in the river room. Okay, he was not building a count because he didn't try to force up the souls. Hoping to get lucky. No glitch 9. Yeah, the first ever sub 29 in a race, which you can still find on YouTube somewhere. Lack Attack did that, and Steven was his opponent. So he saw the dot done before he even entered 9. This was in the 2018 tournament. So what Steven did was he clipped into level 9 and hit and set off the bomb, so he was on the bomb tile at the same time as 9. And what that does is it gives a 50% chance of confusing the sprite palettes and completely messing up level 9. So it has like overworld enemies instead of underworld enemies, and they all look wrong, and it's bizarre. And
Oh wow.
I need to go find that. That sounds really cool.
Yeah, that sounds awesome.
yeah, look for 4i Steven and Lack Attack 24 2018 Zelda, something like that.
And Rando is almost to 9, so Team 3, Shaddy. Better get ready.
Steven bailing on the so Steven's abusing this old man to build up a count. Every time you hit the old man, it counts as a kill, so you can manipulate drops that way. Is he working a bomb or a fairy?
I think that was more than 10, so I think fairy.
Yep. So, giving the potion, but still playing it safe.
I'm gonna have to remember that.
Yeah, and when you're stabbing the old man, the key is that if you're right up against him, I'm gonna mix up left and right, but one of the turrets can hit you and one of them can't, so you only have to watch one of them to dodge. And it becomes much easier once you figure that out.
Does that work with the Grumble Grumble Gorilla?
Probably. Although... Ooh, and Rando the Commando gets a nice clock in the next room. That was, given how much time Steven played, reloading the next room and playing it safe, that made up a considerable amount of time there.
Yeah.
And Riggs grabbed a potion and is off to 9, so Team 2, Druis. Get yourself ready, you're up next.
The sword stab on the silver arrow grab frame. Always swaggy.
Nice
Did Rando
first
get
clip.
promotion? I think he did.
I didn't
Yes.
see. Oh, yes.
Yes.
Mhm.
Steven killed just enough of that Patra to get around it into the door.
And good luck, Druis.
I always love getting that clock on the last enemy kill. It's like,
Yeah.
thank you, game. I really wanted that right now.
The last enemy has the clock. Yeah.
I was going to say that was a very nice trap room for Steven, and that strat going underneath the blocks is something he actually workshopped years ago, and is now what some people still go up top, but a lot of runners do that now. And when he was doing it, not a lot of people did. So it's I think Green Mario's come up with an even better version of it, but Steven was like working on it at the same time. So
Gosh, Riggs gotta be careful and watch his health. Only 3.5 hearts remaining.
Yeah. Oh, he's got a red potion. And Steven did it. GG, Steven.
easy 33 with lots of playing it safe. Very nice run, Steven.
Yes, GG's. With that,
J-
we're gonna bring in our
J-Riggs-
third runner. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I was just gonna say J-Riggs is killing Patrick too, so he won't have to worry about that on the way back.
So welcome in for Team 1, Why Must You Hate Me? Or how a lot of the next gen knows him as, Yumi.
Say why must. Yumi's disgusting.
I still call it my bust.
Yeah.
But I do like Yumi.
Yep, and his PB is 3020. Just gotten, I believe, 5 days ago.
Yep.
And we do have another piece of bacon on Rando's side. GG's Rando, way to go, great run.
GG.
And it was a gold Ganon as well. Nice job.
Wymus gets the lucky bomb off the first Dark Nut, which is really nice in a race because you can kill the others and get the backup bombs and give yourself some insurance.
Good luck, Shaddy.
Yep, welcome in for Team 3, Shaddy, whose PB is 3052.
Caddy is a 3 first runner, but he is going 2 first in a race. He's also a very good randomizer runner who's been gotten more focused on vanilla recently.
Mm-hmm. And also Z1M1.
Yeah, that's right. He is one of the it's a pretty small community that's good enough at both Zelda and Metroid to race the combo randomizer of them, and he is one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, Riggs is going to pop his last potion just to make sure that these Wizroads don't give him a beam to the face.
Apparently there was some hot mic. I didn't even hear it on our end.
Yeah, I didn't hear.
Oh, it must have been one of the streams because I have them all
okay.
muted. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do too.
No.
Yeah.
No early bomb in 2 for Shaddy. Shame.
Why must into Manhandla? Yes, he could not be happier that he got a cooperative Manhandla.
Yeah. Oh, no worries, Ricky, and thank you so much.
All right. Riggs got his finish. So we're going to welcome in to Team 2, the Coffee Bomb Team, Druis. Welcome in, Druis. PB of 3029.
Good luck, Juris.
Druis is one of these guys, which is one of the delightful things about speedrunning on Twitch. You'll see people in chat for years, and then eventually they'll pick up the game. So, I mean, same goes for Jess too, and me back in the day. It was like, you start watching the runs and you become like the guy who's always in chat, and then eventually you pick it up. And I remember Druis, like those nights when like RC Drone was grinding for sub 29 before there were any level 3 manips, so it was like mostly just resetting in level 3 all night. It would be like me and Druis in chat with like 2 other people a lot, and he's gotten pretty good since he's picked up the game in the last couple of years. So
Yeah, for sure. As we're on our third racers in each of the teams, you'll see that our PB times are going down. Everybody pretty much did reverse PB time, as Taven was saying earlier. So we're so close to the sub 30. I mean, 30-20, 30-29, 30-52. I mean, these guys are going to get it any time now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so once again on these, with Shaddy going 2 first and Must and Jewess going 3 first, we won't quite see the sync up until level 5-ish.
Yeah, ish. But maybe a high five around 1.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the same deal as the last round was one guy going 3 first, 2 going 2 first. Flipped around as we move up the ladder.
Double bomb drop for Must in the Vi room. Pause buffers. He's definitely playing it safe. With 1 heart here. Nicely done.
Yeah, the worst on that is if you get that last Gliak fireball. It just bops you after you kill him.
Yeah. And then you have to fight him again because you don't leave the room after you kill him.
I'd say this matchup is really fun because all 3 of these guys on our side do have cameras, so it's really fun to see their reactions to their runs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to, in deference to the fact that the restream doesn't have their cams up, I'm trying not to comment too much on their faces, but it is pretty funny, like, to see the size of relief after boss fights and things like that.
Yeah.
Shaddy.
What's his count? I'm trying to... Okay, he went in with an 8 count to force on the second soul. So you really have to place these bombs well, because likes have what is it, 10 HP, so you need a couple bombs or you're going to spend forever sorting them down, and they can make... For enemies that look like they move slow, they can be surprisingly unpredictable when they turn, so... Nice breakfast for Druis there. He's chasing that bubble back to reset his count. The bubble takes your sword, doesn't do damage, but it does count as a hit, and so his count is now 0, and he will try to build a 10 count so he can get a guaranteed bomb on the virus coming out. Daddy, by the way, is quite green against his 2 first splits. A lot of times when you run 3 first for a while, you go back to 2 first, you've improved a lot, so it can be fun to revisit those splits. And he's having a pretty good run.
Oh yeah, you're right. He's a negative 17 on his last split, so that's pretty great.
Yeah, he's running against a 34 route PB, I guess. Yeah, I mean, he has a... What's his PB now?
Shaddy is 30-52.
Yeah, so he should be able to. I mean, a really good 2 first run for him could be like a 32. So there's plenty of room to improve on the 34 he's running against.
I'm still figuring out where am I looking. It's
I
also
know.
good.
I know.
Yeah, and they're all in they're all in completely different parts too. Like,
Yeah.
why must is grabbing the Armos on the way to 2. Druis is into 1, and Shaddy having a not a good manhandle fight. He does have the white sword, so he got him. Okay, he only has 1 bomb, which is kind of annoying. And because of the way that manhandle fight ended, probably an unknown count as well. So he may have to take intentional damage just to get more bombs.
Yeah, great comment in chat too. It feels like if you watch one screen, you miss something on one of the other screens. So true.
Yeah.
And Shaddy actually did take a hit from that Guria, or Moblin rather, who is always in your way on 2 first, but not on 3 first. So if you switch back, it's easy to forget he's there. It's kind of a meme that Y Must is not as good at level 2 as other runners at his level, but he's doing pretty well here.
Yeah, I think until he got
Yeah.
his most recent PB, he had a pretty soft 2, but could never convert it because kept dying.
Kept dying later in the run, I assume. Not
Yes, yeah, I've done 2.
Let's clarify that.
Kept getting greens and golds, but couldn't ever finish it out. Yes, now he does not have that built-in time save when he runs because he now finally got the PB with a good 2.
Shaddy forced a bomb in the breakfast room, which usually on 2 first you don't bother doing, but I guess that was the most convenient place for him to get more bombs. Because he did enter short. So Druis on the way to 2, Ymus on the way to 5. Ugh. Red Tektites are one of the most trolly enemies in terms of how unpredictable they are. They can kind of just jump at random times. Like, did Shaddy skip error key? Nice, yeah. Like I mentioned before, that you can get different keys on 2 first. So error 72 added that key north of the Diamond Rupee room to the route, so we call it the error key. And but it is a 9.5 second key. It's a nice key because it sets up a bomb force on the buyers, but it is relatively slow. So somewhat aggressive strat to skip it. Is Shaddy? I think Shaddy might be one of these guys who's really good at right to left scrolls, but just skips the left to rights when he can. Because I noticed he just walked to level 2 at the beginning.
I don't blame him. Left to right scrolls are hard.
They are really tough.
Yeah, I mean, in some ways they're easier because you can sword buffer them, but there are so many fewer of them in the run that people don't get used to them as fast. So, remember, Redbird Grad had like pretty good time with no left to right scrolls. Like I think he had a 31 walking the desert or something like that.
We got our first recorder grab from Yumi. Cat jams. Who's winning? Hard to tell.
Ymust is in the lead, and Druis is a little bit on his heels. But Shaddy's actually catching up because Shaddy did the coast now, whereas the other guys are going to do it after 7. He's actually not that far behind, despite doing a slower route.
Yeah, and our anchors for these races are some killers, so anything can still happen.
Yeah. And Shadi has the white sword advantage.
Man, Wymus got very, very lucky with that Dodongo. They definitely trolled him and almost ate his last bomb.
He also
That's
whistled
really
at one of
cool.
them, which can
Yeah,
happen.
we definitely got the Yumi whistle.
Yeah.
Chat is definitely calling out the Yumi whistle.
The
I mean-
concert.
At one point, there was a world record where Lack whistled at the wall in level 7. It is not an uncommon mistake. And there was also one, I believe, way back in the day where Darkwing whistled outside level 9.
Oh no.
Like, I think he made that mistake more than once, but I'm pretty sure there was at least one world record. It might have been in the pre-sub 30 days, which is before my time, but yeah, Vaughn remembers. He's been around forever.
Shadi taking the bombs before going into the Olive Garden room.
Yeah, that's interesting. Usually on routes that go from 5 to 7, you want to leave the bombs behind so that you can use them to refill on the way out.
Right.
He's just spending them all. I guess. I mean, you can just take an alternate route in 7 if you need to get bombs or sort more stuff down. So we'll see how he handles that.
Great comment though in this Dark Nut room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He did force a 5 rupee, which is unfortunate. Ideally, you'd like to force a bomb. Why doesn't Darkwing play Z1 anymore? He burnt out. I mean, when Darkwing was running this game, there was no manip. You had to grind, and he was competing with very talented people. He still runs randomizer once in a while.
Man, Druis took that bop. Needs to really watch out for health.
And why must buying an extra pack of bombs?
Yeah, if you're rich, buy those bombs.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm guessing with the low health, Druis will probably double bomb this Dig Dogger.
Druis and Shaddy are actually quite close. I mean, it looks like they're two rooms apart.
Sure.
It looks like they're 2 rooms apart, but remember, Shaddy's already done the coast, so they're. I think Shaddy might actually be a little bit out of him. Now Shaddy will need to buy bombs or something during to get through 7. So.
Yeah, I shouldn't have enough money for that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The downside is he won't have arrows after that, but if you keep beams, then a white sword's as good as arrows.
So yeah, hopefully everybody out there is enjoying the race so far. I think it's been a pretty darn good one.
Yeah. Yeah, they're all in
Alright.
7.
You stole the words out of my mouth, that's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
We're all officially in 7. At least for about 10 seconds as Yumi's going to grab his Triforce and leave.
Exactly, yeah.
Shaddy Bomb's left here. He's probably going to get this static pock from this keystrom. So that gives up about 10 seconds and takes care of his bomb problem. So nice play. I guess 10 seconds for the Keys detour and then another whatever it is to buy bombs. I don't remember how long that cave text is, but it's less than 30 seconds to solve his bomb problem. Pretty nice deal.
Yeah, I think that's kind of what you said at the beginning, Taven, was know your backup strats in a race like this.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Lay in the meat.
Another red candle pickup, and we're going to get a root quarter on Yumi's side.
Oh no, oh yeah, the Zelda spawned right.
Oh, ouch. And on our side with his video, we saw it too. As soon as he clipped in and pressed it, he saw that Zilla go off, and he knew he was going to get bopped.
Yeah, so you had to go left, fix the whistle, because you can't whistle again on the same screen and then do it again. But I mean, pretty good recovery for what happened, but that's a rough one. And Druis gets a Brodongo, which is pretty rare with red candle spawns. You used to have one all the time on blue candle routes, because the Dongos would be facing right when you enter that room and would often walk into bombs, but red candle, it's a little rarer, but happens once in a while.
Yeah, and you mentioned in chat, Druis with 8 bombs and 7, impossible. Yeah, that Dodongo was super nice, appearing right when you had to bomb the wall open.
I also hadn't heard of Brodongo. I love it.
Yeah, well, like I said, you used to hear it more when people ran blue candle, but it's a occasional thing now.
Both Wymust and Druis with healthy bomb counts. Shaddy only has 1, so we're going to hope for some bomb luck heading to 6, and maybe in that first room in 6 off a orange Wizrobe.
Yeah. Or if push comes to shove, then the chosen luck in the room before Gleeok, the 3-headed Gleeok.
All right, now you can see, apart from like a 2-second whistle, Shaddy and Druis, their routes are going to converge at the magical sword, so you can see that Shaddy's actually ahead. Ooh, and Wymust takes
Oh no!
Nasty death in 6. The good news is that the first magical breakfast room stays dead because there are bubbles in there that count as enemies, so they don't all respawn.
And the refill on the bombs.
Always nice to find. But that will give our other runners a chance to catch up some.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Shaddy gets that bomb pack in the first room in 6. I'm sure he's happy to see that. Even though it's technically not needed, because I believe you just need the 1 bomb for 6. Is that correct?
Yeah. You need 1 bomb. There's 1 bomb wall in 6 that you need to avoid the Gliok of Shame. But you also want bombs leaving because you need a couple to get through 8.
Oh, for sure.
We've all 3 runners converged in 6. Shaddy has to be feeling good about his decision to go 2 first and catch up.
Yeah, I will be interested to see afterwards, who was watching during the run. So I guess runners 1 and 2 that are in chat, did you guys watch the race while you were running, or did you go just no communication?
Absolutely not. Not watching. Yeah, I don't know.
We've had it on mute, so whenever he had a chance to glance over. Andy and Rando didn't want the distraction.
All right, so Wymus finished with a 26-18 out of 6. So Shaddy will be not far behind at all. So yeah, a little 35 seconds in between the two, so not bad at all. Still got a race.
Oh, that's right. Shaddy didn't tricorder, so what I said about the whistles was wrong. So they were fully converged to the magical sword.
All right, and with Juris grabbing his Triforce out of 6, it's 1 minute and 2 seconds between our first and third runners.
You can see on Wymus' screen why we call this the Blue Lagoon, because it tends to lag a lot once all those fireballs are on screen. And it's blue.
You know what? I think I just realized after however many years of watching Zelda, the blue lagoon, not just lagoon as in a river.
Oh, I never noticed that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lag room. Yeah.
Great Gliok fight on Wymus' side. And with that grab, Wymus heading to level 9, so Team 1, Antlers, get yourself ready.
Get ready and good luck.
Last flag of the race. Here comes Club 28. Antlers are the newest member. He just got his sub 29 PB the other day.
GG's. Antlers was working hard on that.
And Shaddy exits 8, heading to 9. So Team 3, Green Mario, get yourself ready, you're next.
Good luck.
Shaddy did not get a potion. I didn't see if Wymus did or not. I don't. Did he?
Shaddy's getting one now.
No, I don't think Wymus ever grabs potion.
Okay. Nice
Nice
bomb
bomb force.
Yeah, you got the.
Jinx.
It's always nice when the Zol is next to the wall, so you can force the bomb in, open the wall with the same bomb, and leave that room with 8 bombs.
All right, and Drew is out. Headed to level 9. So Team 2, Bogey, get yourself ready.
And good luck. When am I gonna run Z1? One of these days. One of these days. I'm strongly considering it.
Nice next room for Y Must. You can see the hours of practice when they walk in these rooms, know exactly what to do, execute their strats exactly as planned.
Yep, and timing it out, Shaddy entered about 1 minute and 11 seconds after Wymus did.
Wymus was killing those Zols, hoping for a heart because the beams can speed things up a bit. He did not get one, but still has 8 bombs, should be fine.
And Drew has entered 1 minute 45 after Wymus. So that's what our current timing spread is between our 3 runners. Great reverse C2. To enter or exit that with full health after that fairy is just perfect.
Yeah.
Oh.
Ooh. Yeah.
I just remember when something Cananophone told me years ago, like, if you miss the reverse clip, just kill some of them. Because you can get bopped out 3 more times if you aren't careful.
Shaddy had a great reverse C2. And Drew's got the force bomb on the Zols. Wonderful job.
Mhm.
So once again on our side, we can see some of the back end. And right now, Shaddy is running on green for his 2 first splits. So that's pretty fun to see.
Yeah.
So Wymo's going to get Ganon first, but it really has to watch out because he cannot take a Ganon hit with 4 hearts.
Not even one bop. Yeah.
Oh, I commentate first that. I'm sorry.
Oh. That was brutal. Oh.
That is brutal. Wow.
Yeah. Why must having such a good run and then died again. And now, this is what happens in a race sometimes. You died again and you have to go through level 9 and you start with 3 hearts. So let's see how Wymus's practice his backup strats.
So Taven has a very experienced Z1 runner. How much time do you think it takes or adds to your run to have to die again and get back there?
Well, it depends because in theory it could be as little as like 4 minutes, but you probably want to slow down somewhere to get more health and stuff like that. Like the next room comes back. He doesn't have to go back and get the silvers because he's done that. the trap room will stay dead, but the next room comes back. So, does he want to go in there with 2.5 hearts, or does he want to? He wants to count on the old man. Probably want to. Yeah, that was not.
Oh no. With that, Shaddy finds Zelda. We're going to welcome in for Team 3 the Rockstars, Green Mario, our anchor, and our top PB time for this group of 12 with 27:55.
Yeah. Yeah, Green Mario has a 27:55 in his PB. He also has a 28:53 on his no reset splits.
Mm-hmm.
Agree. Yumi went into the fight with 4.
Lewis takes down the pig. Now we do have a 40-minute mercy rule, so if Y must can't finish this out in the next few minutes, we will move on. But give him some time now.
And Team 2, Druis collects the princess, GG's Druis, and we'll bring in Bogey Smalls as our anchor with a PB of 28:54.
Yeah. Bogey's Bogey, in addition to that sub 29 grand, he's become a really good randomizer runner. Hoping he comes back and does a second quest as promised someday. But
I am interested to hear afterwards if he's running this as baby percent runs.
oh, does he have a kid in the background potentially? Yeah.
No, it's he has to hold the baby when he's running sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know Y must have probably beat himself up a bit after this, but it is hard. I know in our first relay race back in January, we had somebody that died, I think 2 times in 9, and then exited to get the potion, so it's not fun
It is
when
not.
you die all those times, but
Yeah.
it does happen, unfortunately.
It's such a brutal dungeon.
Yeah, I think he probably. I mean, he may be banking on, you know. Yeah, okay, he might leave and get more health. He's considering it.
Maybe that.
Yeah, he's saying in chat he's done. That's fair enough.
Yeah.
So, switching over to Antlers 44. As I mentioned, Antlers just got his 28:53 the other day. He also former second quest low percent world record holder before Lack Attack got to that category and optimized it a bit more. Also, world record holder in first quest damageless and second quest damageless. One of only 2 people to do second quest damageless. And all those damageless, those crazy challenge runs were on emulator. He recently switched to console, and having less input lag can really improve your performance in this game. And it's been really fun to watch him just like level up and just be totally on fire recently. So, see how he does in this race. Green Mario doing level 4, meanwhile. Green Mario doing level 4 is one of my favorite things to watch. His movement's very precise, very good sword economy. Has you saw he did those little pumps in the dark room. What that means is he was pivoting on the diagonals real quick to just save a few frames on every turn. Just a really technically gifted runner. Lack Attack might be a little more consistent, and Shixel might put in a little more time, but GM, I don't think anyone's like more skillful than Green Mario is.
I want to say he's third in the world. Is that what we said earlier?
I think second place.
In second, yeah.
Second. Oh wow.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Lack got the 27, and then GM bopped him, and then Chixel bopped him. And he also has the low percent world record. He has a 30 in low percent, which is crazy.
Yeah, we definitely have some great runners as our anchors here. They're bound to put on an excellent show for us tonight. And once again, from the back end, we can see some of the splits. And Green Mario is, what is that? Negative 12.4 out of 4?
I think so. Either 12 or 17. I think it's a 12. The green with the white backdrop is kind of hard to read.
Whatever the split time is, I mean, that doesn't really matter. That's just against a no reset run that he did. But a 510 level 4 exit in a race is very good.
Yeah.
Oh, Bogey doesn't have any bombs. He's trying to farm a bomb before one.
Ooh, that's tough.
Yeah, he probably doesn't know the 342 backup route, so he may just. He's gonna just make something up. I think. There is a route that's not that bad, but you have to world wrap to 2 after 4. So he was hoping to get lucky and just be able to continue on normal. So calling an audible and heading to 2 now. He'll have to route in level 1 later.
Backup strats ahoy!
Yeah. Yeah, another option is to you get an extra key somewhere and go the long way through 1. Oh my god, Bogey died outside level 2.
Oh no!
That's so annoying.
No.
That's our first overworld death of the night.
Yeah.
But it goes to show you, right? Even super top tier runners can have those deaths. Like Zelda 1 is gonna Zelda 1 on you.
Yeah. And one of the deceptively worst enemies is fast Octoroks. I mean, if you only watch this game or play it casually, you might not even realize there are 2 different kinds of Octoroks, and there's one that's very unpredictable and
very aggressive.
Yeah. The randomizer will actually treat them as different enemies when it shovels things, which can be confusing.
Alright, Green Mario's entering 2. Bogey's in 2. Antler's on the way to 1.
Yeah. And Green Mario's ahead. Remember that Bogey has not completed 1, so he's not really ahead of Antlers.
Ham gets the troll dongo, the double troll dongo.
Yeah. Troll dongos. Oh my gosh.
Troll dongo's everywhere.
Yeah.
Once again, my head is just moving like back and forth across all three screens.
Yeah.
I was okay. Bogey's flexing to 2 first. That's not a bad idea at all. He's gonna get the white sword, and I mean, not 2 first because he did level 3 and 4 already, but he's getting the white sword, so he can go in and do 1 that way, and then just kind of go as if he was on that route, which is one he knows.
Yes.
Bogey actually had a great time on 2 first. He ran on NES Classic when he first started this game, which is hard because it's laggier. And he, I think he had like a 32 or 31 or something on 2 first.
The
So
smart
this
move
is
too,
like a
because
hybrid. Oh, what was that? Sorry.
I was gonna say smart move because like having the white sword on this route just gives you that increased damage.
Yeah. And it's like a hybrid route of like the 2 routes, right? Okay.
Yeah, if we're talking about interesting ways to speedrun, Bogey has speedrun this game on the Game & Watch that came out recently. That tiny, tiny little screen. I don't
Oh my
remember its
God.
PB, but it was really fun to watch.
Does it have all the like glitches, like block clipping and screen
Yep.
scrolling?
Oh,
and
yeah.
everything?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, Zelda 2 also has all the glitches in that.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's a port of the same game, so
Yeah.
I think we're not sure if the Ace works on the FDS, the Japanese release on the Game & Watch. That's an open question right now, but all the movement glitches that are used in the other categories, yes. Yeah, GM just destroyed that. Green Mario always pumps on that block push. You can actually hold up and right and save the same frames, and I demonstrated this to him at a GDQ, and he was like, "You're right, it's exactly the same," and he still does it because he's just instinctively bumps everywhere. The Bogey out of level 1, he's already completed 3 and 4, so maybe World Wrap do the coast and then go to 5? Something like that? Looks like the direction he's going.
Is it worth it when you're in the middle of the map to try to world wrap?
Well, if it... I'm not sure from level 1, but he...
Oh, Bogey didn't do 4 yet, so he has to go to 4.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Well, yeah, because he didn't have any bombs. We couldn't have bombed.
He
That's
tried
right.
to... So I just noticed he was farming outside of 1. I just sort of assumed he'd done the early game already. Okay, well, then his routing makes even more sense. Oh, he had 0 bombs at the ladder, so he has to go back and kill Gleok. Yeah. Did he death warp out? touchback. That's because you can't really complete level 4 without bombs, but if you have the ladder, you can go do other stuff. So
That makes sense.
So I think right now, as far as leads, we're Team 3, Team 1, Team 2.
I think so, yeah.
Now Bogey gets all the bombs he could ever wish for in that fire room.
I think so, Trails, yeah.
yeah, Green Mario's definitely in the lead. He's has had no mishaps or reroutes and is on his way to 7.
So a question in chat is about how this relay race worked. We're actually on our 4th runners out of 4. Everybody ran Zelda 1, everybody ran whatever route they felt like, and it's just whichever team finishes first gets the bragging rights.
Exactly, Trails. They are all rock stars.
I still think that would be really fun though, to have 3 people on a team and have one person run Z1, one person run Z2, and one person run Z3.
They did that at GDQ. Green Mario was one of the runners. Green Mario, RC Drone, and Cantaloupe were the Z1 runners. Justin Mann, 2 other Z2 runners. I'm blanking. Yeah, they had, and then TJH and a couple, and Josh RTA and someone else did the Link to the Past runs. That's Rez. Yeah, Rez and Justin Rez and who was the 3rd Z2 runner? Oh, Projan. No, Cantaloupe did Z1. Yeah. And
Yep, and we did also have a question in chat about, is this the only relay race or will there be more? So this is actually the next gen 2nd relay race. We did one back in late January, and as long as Zelda Speedruns will have us, I'm sure we'll keep doing them. Yeah, the comment in chat, the HUD clip hype. It's always fun seeing HUD clips in races and in PBs.
did he clip from the northeast?
Northeast, yeah.
Yeah. That doesn't save much time because there are obstacles in the HUD you have to watch around, but it's super swaggy.
I love it.
Green Mario got
Yeah.
wall mastered. Ooh.
Oh no, I missed that! Oh
The handygram.
no! Once again, you watch one screen and you miss something else good happening on the other screen. And Bowie's gonna watch his health here. 1.5 hearts in these blue dark nuts. Not fun.
Yeah. Some bombs though, but still. One touch. And he's gone. Oh,
Oh,
never
lucky
mind.
fairy.
Yeah.
Yeah, Green Mario, his health situation is a big concern now.
I want to say the boomerangs
that-
take what? One full heart?
Yeah, they do. And that red candle strat on the wall masters was flawless, by the way. I wonder, did he do arrows or red candle on the way in? Because in practice, he was doing arrows because it's in theory safer, but I wonder if he got grabbed because he did something unfamiliar. I'll have to look back at that later. He did red candle.
Red candle, says chat. Okay.
I meant he did red candle this time. I meant the first time, but I might have done it.
Bubbled offline.
It happens.
First time with the red candle also. Yeah.
And I know he was arrowing down the river room, so. That lucky bomb for Antler is really nice. He will not have to visit any Gleeox in 6. Green Mario farming overworld enemies. He just got some telling drops that he will know where his bomb chances are. So let's see. He had a clock. He's on 3 or 4, so he needs 2 kills to get to. He probably isn't. He's probably gonna have to get it on the whiz ropes. Antler spends.
Ooh, that was close.
Antler spends a bomb to save a menu on the Wall Masters. Love it.
That Octorok was out for blood for GM with the recorder strat.
So Green Mario is our final racer, but our first racer of this group to enter the 10-minute drill, aka After Magical Sword. 10 minutes-ish.
Now, what Green Mario's doing, that's something Schixel discovered very recently. It's not even in the world record yet, but he entered 6 through the Armos like that, and the reason he did that is by whistling, then buffering off the whistle. That saves a whistle later, and it's actually faster because when you enter a level through the Armos, the reason we do it at level 5 too, is the walking animation gets skipped of Link walking into the level, and also gets skipped after the Triforce walking out of the level. So it adds up to a lot more than it seems like, and it's the way Schixel got the idea for this is that Eunice pointed out that it would be faster to enter the Armos in 5, even in glitchless categories, coming from the bottom rather than the side. And that got Schixel thinking. He's like, well, if it saves enough time to save that walking, what can we do at 6? And the TAS enters through that Armos in a ridiculous way, but no one ever figured out a way to put that in RTA, and just until now.
Yeah, by the way, that Magical Breakfast 1 on Green Mario's side was absolutely beautiful.
Immaculate, yeah.
Proving once again, Wall Masters are a more difficult enemy than those reps.
Green Mario gonna fight this Goma? First shot at it, nice. And no refill coming out of 6, which is also great.
Yeah, that was a good 6. I was trying to figure out why his split said that was a 3-4x6 was so good. But there's stuff on the overworld that he had to do earlier. So that's why it wasn't like a 3-3x like it looked like. But the interior of 6 was pretty perfect. Antler's meanwhile making his way through 6. Antlers is running against his PB split, and he golded his Enter 6 split, so he had a good overworld.
And Mario going into his Blue Lagoon 1. He's just going for it, like, hard. Like, look at this. Look at this combat. This is so great.
Yeah. Again, it's so hard to like keep track. Which one do I look at? They're all just zooming through this game.
Antler's taking on Goma. Has a nice straight down Goma.
And Bogey coming up to the magical sword. For all that's gone wrong in his run, he's not that far behind. He's
Yeah.
about a level. Oh, Bogey entered the magical sword on the right. He's gonna get bad spawns in 6. I hope he's ready for that.
Antler's tried that bomb off the blue octo and nothing. They say, nope, don't give him anything. Alright, and Green Mario is headed to level 9. Our first level 9 entry for the last pairing.
Good luck, rock stars.
Bogey doing very well with these spawns, which are not what he normally gets because of what happened to the magical sword. Had to improvise a little bit there, jump into a like for safety, but making it work.
Hey, no shame in hiding in a pancake, I always say.
Oh, did
Yeah.
GM try to go for the glitch 9? It doesn't. There's no way to guarantee it, but props for the effort. I discussed it earlier, Chosen. It was probably while you were running, so you didn't hear it, but it's possible to glitch out 9 by you end up with the overworld and underworld enemies like drawing incorrectly if you can clip on the frame you get in. He tried to make it happen. Look at Antlers closing in.
Beautiful P2 clip.
Good reverse C over there.
Yeah, Green Mario doing really aggressive reverse C strat, staying in the middle. And
Crazy.
Yeah, what's awesome with these guys being our anchors is you could be, plus 30, plus a minute, and still have an absolutely killer time.
yeah.
And that reverse clip.
Great Patra one skip on Antler's side. All right, let's see. All right, Green Mire is going to face Ganon. 4 hits, and then we will have a winner.
Against the stun lock.
Beautiful.
And with that, Team 3 is our relay race number 2 winners, the Rockstars, consisting of Endy, Rando, Shaddy, and our anchor Green Mario. Get your GGs out in chat for our whole team there.
Well, so 32x while getting a wall master, no big deal. And Bogey, despite everything that went wrong in his run, he is back on track heading to 9. As Antlers is out of the silver arrows.
Perfect reverse clip. Antlers could sub 30 this, couldn't he?
No.
No, okay.
Oh yeah.
Well, yeah, because isn't it 2 minutes from
I forgot.
silver arrows?
I forgot that he started later. So yeah, he's at 28. So yeah, he good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely
we'll be
close.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, Bogey getting the blue whizzy beam of death.
Yeah.
Ooh. 3 hearts. You cannot take a bop, Antlers.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a fireball, but don't touch Ganon. You're dead. Got him.
GG.
For that, Team 1, the Lone Rangers, will finish next. Get your GGs in chat with the whole team of Quiff, Four Eye Steven, Wymust, and Antlers. GGs, guys.
Yeah. And a sub 30 in a race is really fantastic. I mean,
Oh,
Yeah.
heck yes.
Oh my gosh.
that's that's less than a minute off his PB, and it's and his PB is
Wild.
no joke. So, and his PB has a manipped start, which you can't really do in a race. So, just really spectacular. Ooh. Things have gone a little bit sideways in reverse C for Bogey. He does what some people sometimes call the Taben clip, because found out that was possible. You have to double clip to get through that block. You can do it down and then up, but you can also do it sideways and then up the way he did it, because you can't clip up coming from the left because of how the working the way the grid works. So you have to do something else.
Bogey just sneaking by that Patra. one more piece of bacon to find, and then this relay race will come to a close.
And Bogey did a great job here. I mean, there's not a lot of great options in the running out of bombs at the ladder, and he had to improvise. And given that, he really didn't lose that much time accounting for the routing. So here's Ganon. Ooh, that he got an early fireball and managed to dodge it. Threw him off a little bit.
That's a really trolly pattern.
Got him.
GG's.
With that, Team 2 will make our relay complete. Get your GG in chat with the whole team of Chosen, J-Riggs, Druis, and Bogey.
Yeah. And GG's to everyone in this race. Great job.
Yeah.
Ooh, I hear pings.
Whoa.
So many pings.
Oh, man.
Oh yes, we have a lot of people coming in from the waiting room to join us. Welcome everybody. Make sure you have much to talk on. I guess would anyone like to share their thoughts first?
I'm getting set up. I can't hear anybody.
Yeah.
My
Oh,
check.
no, it's. Hey, Druis.
Oh, there we go.
How should we do this? There's so many of you in the booth now.
I guess.
I'm not
Do we
trying to
want
start.
to start with? Should we start with Team 3 since they were our winners and see what they have to say about the race?
Sure. GM, you want to start?
Yo.
Let's talk about Wallmaster. So what happened?
Jeez, I don't even know. I got
Was it
like the
stuck?
bad pattern at the beginning with the bubble coming towards you, and then for some reason they were just like sitting all alongside me, and I was like, it would be slightly faster if I sorted it over red candling, and I don't want to take like half a heart of damage, so it's whatever. I'll take a 2-minute time loss, like that's fine. But no, I mean it's just weird stuff always happens. So gotta just pick yourself up. And I was like, all right, let's do this. So.
All right. What other highlights should we go over? Do you want to?
I was gonna say, how about Rando and the bajillion golds in that run, huh?
Yeah, I mean, like, I only have like 60 like two first attempts, so like it wasn't a surprise to have a couple, but like to have 4, that was pretty good.
Yeah, when you run 3 first for a while, go back to 2 first. It's a lot of fun to see how much better you've gotten. And
yeah, absolutely.
GG's, Rando.
Appreciate it.
I'd say, I guess, with the 3 first versus 2 first, Shaddy, you started on 2 first this go around. Right? No, you did 3 first.
No, Shaddy did 2 first.
2 first.
Oh, you did 2 first. Okay, I'm getting confused.
And he was right there with Druis, so it paid off.
Yeah, we were the only team to have 3 of the 4 runners do 2 first.
Oh yeah,
much safer in race strats here.
Yeah, I should have took a page out of your guys' book. Oh my god.
You technically did 3 first, but I don't know if you'd consider that run a 3 first run.
I did both. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Yeah, that's right. So Bogey, let's talk about that. You run out of bombs at the ladder and called an audible.
Yeah.
Have you ever done a 3-4-2, or did you just like, I'll try to get bombs and flex to 2 first?
No, I was like, so I was in chat with the rest of Coffee Bomb, and I'm like, where can I get bombs? I'm like, oh, I'll just go to level 2 and then grab the white sword. So that you see me kind of walking around at first trying to figure out where I can get bombs, and then I'm like, screw it, I'll just go to level 2, and then so it ended up being 3, 2, 1, 4, and then I was able to world wrap and pick things back up at 5.
Well, 3 ladder 2, 1, 4. Because,
right, exactly.
Yeah. So you see, for all the rewriting, you saved those few seconds of having the ladder in the NST room in 1.
Right.
Like that like quarter of a second.
Yep.
Who else?
I guess really quick to round out Team 3. Andy, I was say I'm very proud of you. You didn't die in 9. That was a redeeming moment, I think, from the first relay race, right?
Yeah. I still died in 3, but it was nice.
We won't talk about 3.
Not dying in 9, but it was neat because before the race, all the people going first, we pretty much all just wanted to do like sub 35 and not die, and then we all finished barely sub 38 and within reach of each other. So that was pretty neat that we found a way to keep it close.
Yeah, it was. There wasn't any. This race was close a lot of the time. There were, I think, at least 2 people were close to each other almost through the whole thing. So that was fun.
I'm looking forward to going back and watching it.
Who should we do next? We did everyone on Team 3, and we did Bogey. A couple of people chimed in. Jess, you're the organized one. Make a decision.
Really? All right, let's call out Chosen. Chosen, your start of the game, your first few levels, all those golds and greens, that was so strong. Do you think that'll translate into your next PB attempts?
I've been having a lot of hard, I think it's like, what do you call it, like a plateau with 2 first. So after this race, I think I'm going to transition to 3 first and see if I can turn that into a PB.
Hey,
Good
nice.
luck. Can do it.
Whoop, whoop.
Yeah.
Chosen, you've run 100% no up as well, right?
I have, yeah. At the start of this year, I was doing 100% for the first part of January. Nothing spectacular, and then I started doing this category instead.
Well, if you do have an interest in that category, I did 3 first in Hundo before 3 first in 90% because it's a lot easier to get through the mid game. So it's a great way to practice 3 and 4, and then have the bomb upgrade and the red candle and everything, and the red ring and everything, and later on. So if you are interested in that category and you're interested in 3 first, that is an option I'll throw out there.
Okay, yeah, that's cool because not only do I like this game, but there's also a Zelda 2 component to that as well, because there's the 2D challenge where you can run Z1 100% right into Z2 100% all keys. So that would actually be an interesting part of that while still getting Z1 practice out of the deal.
Yep.
I'm very interested in that. Yeah.
Have we heard from who else do we need to hear from? J-Riggs?
Yeah, J-Riggs and Drewis I don't think we've heard from yet. Guys, you all both had really solid runs. What were your thoughts?
Mm-hmm.
I was just happy to not die. I just wanted to run. It wasn't fast, but we were deathless.
Yeah, a deathless in a race is fine. You go slow to survive, and that's about the best you can hope for. Unless you're pretty new to the game, you're probably not going to PB in a race. So the point is not to die.
Yeah, for me, felt pretty good most of the run. Kind of went according to plan for the most part. I had a little bit of an adventure in the Olive Garden, so kind of had to reroute a little bit in 7 to kind of get back on track, but wasn't too bad. So felt good about it, and hope to take the momentum to get that sub 30.
Yeah, Shaddy, I noticed you used up your bombs in 5 and kind of you bought bombs and then went left in 7. Were you planning from the beginning to just not even try and deal with leaving 5 with bombs?
I miscounted.
Oh,
twice.
that
Yeah,
explains
a little
it.
unfortunate, but luckily I was short. I knew I wanted to try to buy those bombs, but I got 2 5ers in that Zol room walking up to the top. I was very excited.
Yeah, I saw a lot of really nice backups. There was some from Wymus, the one from Shaddy where he got the rupees really quickly. I was like, oh man, that's smart. He's gonna just go buy bombs. And then some from Bogey. I was like, oh man, he's a little crafty, like going to 2 and doing all this stuff. I liked it. It's cool. A lot of good backups from all you guys. I was impressed.
And speaking of backups, let's throw it over to 4i Steven. Once again, thank you again for stepping in last minute for our accidental internet outage. How do you feel like you did stepping in on a 5-minute notice?
It was fun. I had a good time.
Yeah, I hope it's not an invasion of privacy to say that we were talking earlier and you were like, man, I hope they don't need a backup. I'm playing like crap today. And then you just crushed it. So.
I was playing pretty bad today. I never got out of level 4 today. For like 3 hours, I never got out of level 4.
But you got all that out of your system and crushed it in the race. So.
Yeah, you just need the pressure of a race.
I just played really safe. I had like the worst luck I think I've ever had. Nothing dropped in 6 at all. Nothing dropped in 8. I like a fairy. But like watching everybody else was amazing. Like Quiff got behind and then he caught up like crazy. Green Mario and Antlers both busting that. Well, GM got the 30-43, but he got wall mastered, so that's like a low 29. And then Antlers with the 29 something. This was a fun. Thank you guys for including me.
Honestly, I love seeing you run this game, man, and it's so great to have you back.
Thanks for helping out.
Oh yeah, my pleasure.
Let's talk to Antlers because you had a really solid run, and you've just been on fire lately. What's next? What's next for Antlers? Are you going to push your up A time down more, or are you going to go back to damageless and other crazy stuff?
If you haven't seen it, Vaughn in chat is saying go for 27, and so is Druis.
Yeah, go 27, Antlers.
I mean, that's 2 steps away.
I got my 27 in there.
Sorry.
There we go.
Wrong push to talk button.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not quite done with no up A yet. I think that I can go for a realistic time for me. I think right now is a 3x. I've been on 3x pace at Silvers before and choked it away. So I think I can get the 3x. Beyond that, we'll have to see how much I hate myself. But there's still both quest damage lists that I need to get. And then, but right now, I
there's still both quest damage lists I need to get.
But right now, I kind of want to focus up on Rando a little bit.
Yeah.
Tournament's coming.
Yeah, that's right. We have the Z1R tournament going soon. So how are you doing over in that? I imagine well.
I'm 3-1 right now. I face TGE this week, so that'll be fun. See who goes 4-1. But yeah, I was really honestly happy with this run. It had a really slow start in 3. I didn't get the first bomb, and then didn't get a great pattern in second factor. So, with that all being said, like I was real happy. I actually got 3 golds in this run, believe it or not. 2 of them were overworld walks, but I lowered my sum best by 2 whole seconds this run. So, back half of 7 and the overworld walk from 7 to co-start were both pretty big gold. Or no, wait. The walk from 5 to 7.
Yeah, I noticed the overworld gold. I think probably you're getting the hang of the CRT, I would imagine. So
yeah. The scrolls are getting better and better.
Let's toss it to Quiff. Quiff, you kicked us off on this race. Another solid run. There's a lot of back and forth between the 3 first runners. Lots of lead changes. It was a lot of fun to watch. What were your thoughts?
So last race I got the blue ring because I was very scared of dying. And then this run, I was like, well, I better practice 6, 8, and 9 a ton. So I'm not going to get the potion until before 9. And then I died in 4, so that was fun. That was Drew Furious Bears in chat for that one. But I had a really solid second half, so.
Yeah, it was a solid run.
Other than that, I just want to...
Go ahead.
Just want to thank ZSR for putting it on again, and again, 4i Steven for coming in the literal last minute. They were counting us down to start, and we realized we didn't have one of our runners, so.
Oh, thank you for having me. Thank you for having me. That was great.
And thank you to the commentators. You three did a wonderful job tonight.
You guys crushed it. You guys crushed it. That was great.
However, we're not done yet because we still have one more person to talk to. That being Wymust. Wymust, you are the organizer of this relay race from the next gen side, so kudos for getting a great group of runners together. Obviously, had some difficulties. What are your thoughts on the run today?
Oh, man. That was a great time. It was fun. I mean, I obviously would prefer not to completely choke and cheat for the second time. I already cheated by trading somebody, and then I cheated again by saying, F this, 38's fine. Go, Antlers, go. But, no, it was great. It was great. I'm glad you guys all showed up. Sucks that, Slack had its difficulties, but it was a great time. You guys had awesome. Thank you, John Taven, for sure. Thank you, Jess. And thank you, of course, Desi. Oh, my. No, guys, it was fun.
Yeah, all I know is I think this is our second relay, and it's our second time that someone's had internet connection. So does that mean that somebody, Quiff, is forcing internet down so we keep having relays until we can get one where everybody actually participates?
It was my own teammate this time. It couldn't have been me, right?
Well, I mean, I think Steven and Slack are probably at a similar level right now. So
yeah, that did work out because they were pretty it worked out time wise. But I think
one last final thought is that I'm gonna make sure that Wymust hears about how I had a better time than him for the next month at least.
Oh my god! Yeah, you enjoy it, buddy. You enjoy it.
And honestly, Wymust, you've done so much today, and I'm behind the scenes and in front. With everything else on your mind, forgetting the potion is pretty understandable. So, and when you have an event like this with all these people running Zelda 1, someone's going to have a disaster. So
Wymust's run until Ganon was insane. It was really good.
Yeah, he was killing it for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, it was me that forget that. I said like 18 times before the race. All right, no matter what you do, don't forget that potion. Get the potion. Get the potion. Get the potion. And of course, I forgot the potion. I didn't even need it either. I had like beams like leaving the reverse C. It was ridiculous. Like I didn't need it. I was like, all right, screw this potion. I don't need it. And then I don't know what happened, but it wasn't good.
Your whole run was so aggressive and good, and then that last fight,
Sometimes I forget that I'm like racing. I just get into like
you just
go
get into
fast.
PB mode.
Yeah, you get into PB go fast mode. And I know like gridded is a big excuse. Like, oh, you got gridded. Getting gridded is your own fault. But I did. I've never gotten gridded on Ganon my whole life. And not whole life,
is that what happened? Yeah,
I got gridded to the top. Yeah, to the half tile too high. So I stabbed. That's never happened before. So I was like, all right, he must be to the right. So I started walking to the right. Like, nope, he wasn't. He was to the left.
For the audience's benefit, I'll explain. When in Zelda 1, you can only walk on a full tile and a half tile. So if you take a turn on a quarter tile, it will snap you to the grid, and getting snapped to the wrong part, to the wrong half tile that you didn't intend, is called getting gridded, because while it is technically an execution error, it really feels like something the game did to you.
Exactly. Totally my fault, but I really appreciate all you guys, man. I appreciate all the good people we have here. I appreciate, John, Jess, and Bessie, and all the people. It was a really good time.
And ZSR too. I don't know if
ZSR for sure. Yeah.
The calling the audible, that took a lot of work on the back end for them, I know. So
we will do it again. Yeah. If you guys have any ideas for like we've done a relay twice now, so any of you guys, ZSR, or anybody else have an idea for like next, like to change it up or something different? You know.
We gotta get you guys on some other categories.
Yeah, I know, right?
and then we can do a multi-category event. That's what I think we should try to look to. But I mean,
yeah, for sure.
I still say
it
like
out
a
there.
Z1,
I
Z2,
agree.
Z3 type of run. That'd be really fun.
That would be
Oh
cool.
God.
Yeah, that would be interesting. Yeah.
100%.
Or include some randos in
TDO,
there.
90%.
But yeah, I guess with that, I think we've talked to all of our runners. So maybe we should call it a night. It's getting a little late. But yeah, like I already said, I guess, sorry. I was going to say, thank you again to Zelda Speedruns for letting us use the channel and restreaming us. We had a great time, and I'm sure there'll be more released in the future. And I guess, Desi, John, throw it to you guys.
Appreciate it, everybody.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks so much to Zelda Speedruns, and thanks to all our runners and my co-commentators. This was a blast.
Thank you so much again, everyone. This was such a great opportunity to spend this evening with everyone. Thank you.
I guess, Ricky from ZSR, will you sign us off?
Heck yeah. All right. So thank you everyone so much for that race. That was immensely fun to watch, and thank you to our commentators as well. Did a fantastic job. Coming up on ZSR tomorrow and Thursday, we have two Zelda 2 Randomizer Max Randall Tournament matches. Wednesday at 9:30 p.m. Eastern, we have BKPKT Patrick versus TAH. And on Thursday at 11 p.m. Eastern, we have Jay Coper versus Dr. J, PhD. And then on Friday, starting at 3 p.m. Eastern, we have a quarterfinals doubleheader in the A Link to the Past Randomizer AD Keys tournament between Skulzer and Gamachu. And then finally, one last note is on Friday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern, we have the Game 3 of the Grand Finals for the Majora's Mask Randomizer Co-op Tournament between Team Saving Private Deku Soldier and Team Pixel Section. So that's super hype right there. And also, just close off, looking forward to seeing more Zelda 1 sometime in the future. It's very much fun to watch. And with that, thank you everyone so much for watching. Hope you had a wonderful time and have a fantastic rest of your night. Bye!
Bye.
Bye.